Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. It is a very hot Wednesday evening as I'm doing this, impossibly hot. I have the Soulless Tarot on the tarot table for this reading. I am looking now at Meghan and her spiritual beliefs, and I'm doing this because she's invited this question thanks to a recent post on Instagram. It's a photo of herself at her high school, the Immaculate Heart High School, posing in front of a statue of the Virgin Mary. And a lot of Catholics are deeply offended by this. Allegedly, the school took it upon itself to post something about what a marvelous student she was and congratulate her on all her fine accomplishments, and then she received this gift from them and wanted to share it on Instagram. I'm not even going to bother to look at that because I think we can all figure out what really happened. We can also figure out the need to post this pretend Catholic energy, and it is pretend Catholic energy in my opinion. I'm going to test it with tarot because on the same day the King announced his state visit to Italy, including the Vatican. That visit was first, I think, meant to be done by William and Catherine, then of course her illness, and then the King and the Queen were going to take it over, and then his illness, and now it's happening. And of course the Pope has been through a very serious health crisis, Pope Francis, and apparently they are now confident enough about his health situation and the King's health situation and everyone's health situation to tentatively arrange the state visit in April. And lo and behold, what happens? Saint Meghan Markle posts a picture of herself as a teen standing by that statue. I'm not Catholic. I was offended by it. Just have to say. That's where I stand in all of this. So we have the Soulless Tarot. We're going to look at Meghan because she does seem to have drifted from one faith to another, perhaps half-heartedly, just whenever it was convenient, signed up or half signed up and then moved on. I say that because she went to the Immaculate Heart High School, which is very much a Catholic school. She married Trevor, who was very much a Jew, and apparently in that wedding ceremony there were some elements of Jewish traditions. I'm not sure if that's true. I suspect it was true. I don't think she officially signed up, so it was just, in my opinion, convenient. It looked good. Placate maybe the in-laws, I don't know. Then of course Doria and Thomas were married at the Self-Realization Fellowship Temple in LA, which has to do with Yogananda, as I understand it, way back when. I think it was Ibble Dibble or the Royal Grift, possibly both, did a deep dive or deep dives on the Self-Realization Fellowship and Yogananda and what it represents and how it might have influenced Meghan. I suspect the word cult might have been used. I do recollect that very much to do with manifesting and sort of new agey stuff. So no disrespect to anyone who follows that fellowship. Might have had quite a powerful influence on Meghan. That's what I'm looking at today with the Soulless Tarot. Then, of course, she married into the royal family. The royal family very much C of E. King Charles, the head of that church, the Church of England, and allegedly converted so that she could have that church wedding blessed by the Archbishop of Canterbury, not the 3 days before wedding, the actual wedding that happened in St. George's Chapel. Where does she sit with all of this? I want to know what's really in her heart with the Soulless Tarot. And I want to know also, my final question, what about the kids? Because one of your duties as a parent is to instruct them with some spiritual guidance, if you have that in your heart, in your soul. Lots of people don't in this world. And that's fine. But as I say, we've been through Catholicism, Judaism, the Yogananda thing, Church of England, and so yeah, we've shopped around. Possibly, I want to know what's really influencing her in the past. We're going to look at each of them. We're going to look at past influence. How profound was it, and then sort of where in her life she was. Not past influence, current influence, and then the past and where she was in her life, where she represented that she was at least interested in that. So present energy, okay, you can't make this up. There's the Hierophant, that's the Pope, old school tarot. It's the priesthood. It's the royal family. It's a bit of a grim looking Hierophant because we're in a dark tarot, the soulless tarot. So no disrespect to the current Pope or to the head of the Church of England or any of those people. It's just where we are with this particular tarot deck. It has shown me religion in the sense of organized religion, where there is someone at the top who is able to intercede between up there and down here, and it's about institutions and rules and rituals and all that stuff. You can't make this up. It's also royal family, and it has shown up as our underlying energy rather spookily, but then the tarot is a rather spooky medium, in my opinion. And let me remind you that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment, and it is just my opinion, and just read energy and disclaimer in the box below. What are we dealing with? We're dealing with death. It's in reverse. The death card is about change and transformation. It's not literally about death, although death in the sense of afterlife. Religion, of course, very involved is with what happens when you pass over. And we are having conversations like that in our family. We have just a very, very elderly member of our family has just passed over. And so those conversations are being had in our household at the moment. So there's that. There's also the sense of change that is forced on you and transformation that is forced on you. When the card is upright, it's resisting change. It's just saying, no, I don't want to change, but you're kind of forced into it. When the card is in the reverse, you might resist change that is very beneficial to you, or you might even pretend change and transformation and depth that isn't present in yourself. It's Pluto energy, the death card. So it's giving me even that she might have had conversations about all of this with the now King Charles, because of course he is fascinated by religion, by faith, by spiritual things, to the great dismay of many people in the UK. And the way he expresses it, she might have had those kinds of conversations when she wasn't pretending to be a fan of opera and watercolours and the cello and talking to plants and I'm being snarky. She might have just expressed interest in all of these spiritual things. So let us see Catholicism first. Where is she with that now? Any interest? Having just posted this photo of her young self with a very different looking face, just by the way. Where is she now with that Page of Pentacles? It's in reverse. Not interested in it now. It's the student card, the Page of Pentacles. It's about study. It's about youth. It would be literally school. And it's in the reverse. Can't be bothered. That would be my opinion. Can't be bothered. How convenient we can take advantage of the school in this situation right now today, because the King is going to visit the Pope, and the Pope is very much in the news at the moment. And so is the King, because of his, as I say, the controversy around him and religion. There it is. No interest in it. Tell me about its influence on her in the past. This is all my opinion, all speculation. Where are we in the past? We have the Four of Cups. No, indifferent, apathetic. It didn't resonate with her at all. It's the card of indifference and boredom. If it was offered to her, and I'm sure it was, come and join, come and participate, come and celebrate. No, don't want to. Not what I want to do. I want to drive around in my car past all the fancy shops, the designer shops, and talk about it. That's my bit of snark, again, my opinion. So let's look at Judaism and Trevor. So where is she now with that? Does she have any interest in it? Is there anything that she wants to say about it? 5 of Swords in reverse. There might have been conflict around it when she married into that family. It's in reverse. That conflict is gone. We'll test it because that's down there. That's the wedding with the marriage ceremony, her relationship with Trevor. But it's gone. It's out of her mind. If there was dispute around religion in that household, out of her mind. 5 of Swords is very much external conflict, also conflict within yourself about things. So maybe she at some stage was almost tempted to convert, and then let go of that idea. So tell us about way back when, before she sent back the blender and the rings. Oh no, she kept the blender. She sent back the rings. We again get conflict. 2 conflict cards. This, very interesting, because I don't think I've ever heard anyone discuss this. So 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands, both conflict cards. That is a conflict in a family, the 5 of Wands. And it's in reverse. She might have just gone along. She might have just said, oh well, all right, I'll do this to keep the peace, just to make the in-laws happy, that kind of thing. Doesn't mean anything, don't want to do it. They might have had quite big arguments about it, but I'm speculating. I have no idea. I'm reading energy, and this is what is coming through. So let's look at what is possibly the most influential in her life. As I say, those deep dives that I heard / watched all those years ago when we were looking at much more interesting things to do with Megan, in my opinion. Let's look at the Self-Realization Fellowship, and let's look at now and the influence now on her. I've got, oh yeah, very powerful, very. I don't know if there's a male leader that's charismatic, that's there in LA or wherever. But as I say, Yogananda is the founder of this fellowship, as far as I can tell. I know next to nothing about it, as is quite obvious. But somebody in there, or her own self, very powerful, very charismatic. Ones can be spiritual. They can sort of light a fire in you and make you believe and make you proselytize and maybe even make you think that you have power and authority and abilities even. I don't want to get into what those might be, but you can probably follow where I am heading yourselves and form your own conclusions about that. So that's now. Look at how dominant that is compared with that over there. Tell us about growing up with Doria and Thomas. Thomas married in that temple. Influence way back when she was a child. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. It's our famous grifter card. Normally when it's in reverse, I call it the grifter card. Money. Manifesting. Work at this, learn these things, master the craft. Use that term very loosely. And then you can achieve all your earthly desires. That vision board is loud and proud here. So I think that's quite self-explanatory. I don't think we need to go in any further into that. Interesting energy. Let's look at the Church of England and how influential it is in her life now. Very lavish wedding ceremony thanks to the Church of England. We've got Temperance in reverse. Not interested. She's lost patience with it. The Temperance card is the angel, and of course it's balance and harmony and blending energy. So her energy would have blended into the Church of England. She would have converted. But now it's in reverse, now not interested, lost faith, lost patience, couldn't care less. She's taken her energy away from it. This is my speculation. I have to be very careful to keep saying this in this reading. It is all my opinion. It is all speculation. It's just energy, and it's just for entertainment purposes. Of course, the angel turns into the opposite of an angel when the Temperance card is in reverse. Just saying. Tell us about way back when they got married. She allegedly converted, and the then Archbishop of Canterbury was her best mate, and couldn't do enough to accommodate the Parkles and fly on helicopters to make sure he could christen baby Archie, allegedly, and all of that. Miss very important moments in the actual church. I've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. Don't know what Justin Welby is sign-wise, but it's giving me a false energy. The Knight of Cups, even when it's upright, can have quite a false energy because it's smooth talking energy, it's persuasive, it's charming, it's seductive energy. It's I will woo you and have my way with you. It's in reverse. It's maybe both sides doing a lot of syrupy talking, sweet talking, all kinds of things that meant absolutely nothing. Gestures, ceremonies, all that stuff that meant absolutely nothing. A little bit of a Prince of Wales, then Prince of Wales energy in it. He was the Prince of Wales, then now King. In that moment, it might have been done to sort of convince him that she was serious about the whole thing. He seems to have been the one that bought the whole narrative. The rest of the royals, some might have seen her coming a mile off. Some might have seen through her within an afternoon. I think, unfortunately, the then Prince Charles was the one that really fell for the spiel for quite a long time. As I say again, unfortunately. Where is she now? What is the truth of her? And spirituality or organized religion or any of those things, what's really going on with her? We have that very interesting column there. What do we have? Ooh, we've got the Five of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. There is a church, the stained glass window. There is the fellowship, the community, and all of that a church represents. Outcast, doesn't belong, doesn't fit in, banished. And I don't mean literally she was sort of driven out and people smudged afterwards and, you know, did kind of ritual, the E word that ends in an ism with an X. I don't mean that. I can snarkily sort of insinuate that, but no, I don't mean it literally. But she herself doesn't subscribe to this, doesn't feel she's a fit in there. She's a fit in here. That's quite a creepy card, isn't it? His look on his face is a bit kind of brainwashed, hypnotized, in my opinion. Final card, children. What's going on there with them? I don't think Harry has any interest in religion or spirituality. He has done his ayahuasca trips and whatever is, and spoken to toilets and mushrooms and Courtney Cox's fridge or whatever he's spoken to, but I don't think he does meditate, apparently, allegedly, and he does do that hand flapping thing and eye turning thing. So, but he's learned that from her over here, the new agey stuff. The children, where are we? We've got the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is an investment card, is a stock taking, is a harvest, kind of a bounty energy. That tells me that she might be keeping them in the Church of England for reasons that have nothing to do with faith. That's my very negative opinion of her that's coming through, of course, because it's all about the money, it's all about the status. It's that 7 years that shows up a lot in these readings, the 7 years that they have been married, the children have been around, not quite 7 years, of course, but if you want to be prince and princess, if you want to be in the line of succession, you've got to be christened in that particular faith. And Lilibet was allegedly that very strange moment when the Spencer aunts apparently flew out to Montecito. Tyler Perry allegedly also showed up and left early because rumor has it there was no Lilibet. I think the Bishop of Los Angeles was involved in that little, I'm going to call it what I think it was, a farce. But I don't think that they are being taught anything or instructed in any form of religious practice. But I do think it's very convenient to keep them signed up as members. That is, again, my very negative opinion. It's gone dark as I did this reading, so hopefully you can see through the gloom. And interesting cards that have shown up in this one, in my opinion. Anyway, thank you for watching. I might see you tomorrow. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you again on Friday.